power chair to tool around the neighborhood and eliminate some chances of falling, but you don't think you qualify for a Medicare purchase power chair yet. Buying a used one from a private seller sounds like a sensible route to take, but how does one know if it will be a good one to purchase, and what should we look for?
Hi, Jerry here again for my IBM'ers channel viewers. Thanks for tuning into this episode. I previously bought my first two power chairs used from previous owners and was happy with both purchases. My reason for buying a chair when I could still walk was to extend my range without experiencing additional injuries from falls when away from home. In discussion with IBM callers, several have asked about the used power chairs they've seen advertised in their local Craigslist, marketplace, or buy, sell, or trade sites. They often ask, why is a 2-year-old $25,000 power chair being offered for $1,000 to $3,000? Could there be something wrong with them?
Let's talk about power chair life. First the battery life, then the rest of the chair. Regarding the batteries, yes, plural as in 2 batteries. It is good to find out how old the power chair is since new and if the batteries were ever replaced. A typical set of power chair batteries will last an average of 3 years of use with proper charging. If they tell you the chair is about 3 or 4 years old, you might expect that the batteries will have to be replaced within the next year of service. But that's not a bad thing, only an additional expense to you. Batteries for power chairs tend to be pricey. A new pair of batteries will cost you between $350 to $500 from a local battery store or $400 to $700 from your power chair provider. If you have an ambitious son, daughter, neighbor, or friend that is able to replace your batteries, you can have a pair of gel-type batteries delivered to your home for about $275 from various internet sources. Make sure your battery selection includes the right terminals, usually the NB type for most power chairs. I've purchased a battery set from batterysharks.com in the past and have been satisfied. Some of the most active parts of a power chair might be the suspension components. These parts connect the power chair to the ground surface and dampen the irregularities of the ground surface from the operator, as well as maintaining contact with the ground at all times. The suspension includes some springs and shock dampeners. To test them on a used chair, raise the footrest 1 inch off the ground and have someone exert some pressure on the front of the footrest. If the chair pivots down easily, the shock dampers may need replacing. This pair of parts will cost you over $100 plus installation if you don't have a handyman for a friend. The major components on name brand power chairs are pretty reliable these days. Pride Quantum or Permobil power brand chairs contain long life electrical and electronic components that should last for at least 5 to 10 years. But your personal inspection of the used chair will show if the chair has been properly cared for and not used by someone's grandchildren on abusive power chair joyrides. If the seller states that their elder parent only used the chair indoors for a few months or years, but the tires show great wear or tread chunking, you can bet some outdoor adventures were had by someone. As long as we're talking about tires, you might opt for flat-free tires to avoid those very, very inconvenient flat tires if you happen to run over a thorn while riding in your local park. If there's a valve stem seen on the drive tires, there's a tube in the tire. If no valve stem can be found, it's a foam-filled flat-free tire. Flat-free tires eliminate a lot of downtime and immensely lessen the amount of maintenance checks. You might locate a chair that has a joystick controller on the wrong side from your dominant hand. But which hand should you use? There are 2 trains of thought on which side the joystick should be located, either dominant or non-dominant hand. My train of thought was to use my non-dominant hand on the joystick, leaving what strength I had left in my dominant hand to reach, push, pull, or whatever. That seemed to work well for me as long as any strength remained in my dominant hand and arm. Now deep into stage 3 of IBM and little if any strength in my right hand, my non-dominant left hand can still satisfy the small joystick lever movements. Regardless of which side is currently mounted on, the joystick can easily be transferred to the opposite side. A word of caution, Quantum makes some of their power chairs that are eye-level compatible. Just being compatible doesn't mean the power chair actually has all the eye-level features. It means the chair has the eye-level compatible base and can have the eye-level features added to it at an extra cost, of course. If you locate a power chair that seems to be in great condition, ask to test drive the chair to ensure it is comfortable and easy to maneuver. Ask to review the manuals and related paperwork that came with the chair when it was originally purchased, if possible. Also be aware that wheelchair warranties are not typically transferable, which means that even if the warranty is still in place for the current owner, it may not be valid for you. Okay, you found a used chair being sold by a private party that looks and operates great. It has an elevating seat that every IBM'er should have. None of the cushions are torn or look worn, so why is the price tag so low? Many or most of the newer power chairs found on local Craigslist, Marketplace, or buy-sell or trade sites were typically paid for by Medicare, private insurance, or even 100% paid for by the Veterans Administration. Their only patient investment may have been for the elevating seat that Medicare wouldn't pay for. Chances are that the $1,000 to $2,500 being asked for the chair is only trying to recoup their out-of-pocket expense, and it's a great price for a power chair that's less than 2 years old if it's a name brand like Quantum or Permobil. There's the other side of the coin. Power chairs being sold in estate sales for recently deceased parents or for someone now in a nursing home may be asking an exorbitant price, remembering their parents saying the retail price of the chair was $30,000 or more, so they think they can make a boatload of money by selling it for $20,000. Better walk away from that seller, leave them with a paltry offer and your name in case they can't produce their higher price. Remember, the newer the power chair, the more convenience features it will have. One of my used power chair purchases, a 2015 Quantum Edge, had an elevating seat but took 39 seconds to fully raise the seat compared to only 16 seconds with my new Quantum Edge 3. But I survived 3 years with it, and suppose you could too. Be assured that there are a lot of nice power chairs available from private sellers that, if properly configured, will offer you lots of fall-free miles and some great outdoor exposure. So there you go, short and sweet. If you are looking at needing a power chair to get you out of the house, start looking around. If you would like a second opinion from a seasoned power chair buyer and user with IBM, drop me a note to my email with pictures and particulars of the chair you found, and I'll get back to you. If you like this IBM channel, please make sure to press the thumbs up or like button. If you haven't subscribed to this channel before watching this episode, press the subscribe button below your viewing screen. Thanks for your phone calls, emails, and contact on messenger sites. May God bless all IBM'ers and their caregivers. See you again for the next episode.